leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.
And we do welcome you back to The Truth, Lies and Politics here on Spirit TV. My name is Paul Ekurot Eki, and I am the host of this beautiful show. With me in studio is Mr. Innocent Nahawe, who is a resident. He is speaking as Omuntu Wawansi, OWW, on the show, but he's from Jema Party. He's a cabinet secretary. Next to him is the deputy spokesperson, Kampala Metropolitan Police, that is Afandeluk Owoyesigire. I hope I have said it right. And extreme left is Mr. Charles Owoyesigire. Okay, I stand to be corrected.
The one you trust.
Yes.
The one you trust.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yes. And so we trust he's with us here. In person, we trust we are safe. Last, to my extreme left is Mr. Charles Romushana, who is a former spy but also political analyst on the show. And before we broke off, we had a picture of what is happening in police and what they're doing to quell the crimes. And it looks like whenever there is a crime in the city, in the place, police swiftly moves into action, and that is quelled down. The recent one in the area was... No. These gangs that they arrested, the 34 in Sanji. Yes, in Sanji, Chengena. Yes, that's the area. But one of the pertinent things he said was when they took the criminals around, or when the criminals had taken them around to show them areas where crimes were committed, they were surprised to find that the residents did not report these crimes. And so, as someone representing the residents, Innocent, why aren't you reporting these cases? Why do you think residents do not take these situations or these, break-ins and robberies and threats? Why don't you think they take them to police to report?
You see, security goes beyond the police, the military presence, or maybe these intelligence gathering agencies like the CMI, ISO, not the others. It goes way beyond that.
So I mean, if you see a policeman or a soldier doing a patrol, and don't you feel safe at all?
You see, now if gangs, the so-called gangs, are able to attack a police station or a barracks, would that be security? Or if you remember how General 7 and the group were fighting in Royal Triangle, and now they attacked. Wasn't there police or the military? Now, if you read the books and the stories they talk about, they always left by the residents. The residents who hide them, they would give them food, and they would sometimes feed them with information. So meaning security goes beyond the men in uniform, or the operative, the undercover operative, the CMI and others that gather intelligence. Security goes far to the citizens and the trust they have in the state, plus how they see if the state is legitimate or not. Now,
you've intimated, if I've gotten something, that some of these residents collude with some of these robbers. Hence, when the robberies happen,
they don't
report.
They don't collude, but they don't trust the state. That's what the problem is. For the case of police, I think for subsequent...
Why do you think they don't trust the state?
I'm giving the reason.
Okay.
For subsequent years, it's the, should I say the best? It's the most corrupt institution of government.
Which one?
It has always been leading.
Which one?
Police.
Yeah, last year we didn't read.
Apparently said last year they did really.
You must have Bible that
2 years consecutive not reading.
They are celebrating. Sorry for not reading, please.
Sorry for loss of the position.
I just wanted to make that clear.
So, for years,
it's a celebration, yeah.
They have been leading corrupt institution in Uganda. And now...
But which has also facilitated stability.
Stability.
because you have the regime of URA with strong proboscis, heavy fines, etc. If you had a strict police, you would have a lot of distortions. Because if someone fines you 2-point-something millions for traffic, thrice, you will not drive on the road. So a police officer will say, buy me water. Because this money is going to the corrupt URA and the state officials. So this relationship is also good. They help in stabilizing the situation, keep the order.
Are you trying to say there is good corruption?
Is that corruption?
In that sense.
Corruption is on your body for
It's called understanding.
now,
Yes, you
talk
still
about corruption.
delivering your
I
point.
don't know whether police is underfunded, where the money is taken. I will need to read more what you will tell us. But whenever you report, now I'll give you a specific example. In 2019, it was December, it was 20th, I still remember the day, it was even a Friday. I went to Mbara CPS, but then I was still a student at Mbara University. I went to Mbara CPS, it was in the evening, and I had gone to report the disappearance of my father. I disappeared for a day and a half. So I reached at the reception, and they did refuse to record my statement. She was requesting for money. I had to return the phone day when the shift had ended, and there was someone else recorded the statement. But unfortunately, the phone when they had died.
Oh, sorry.
But imagine he had been kidnapped. By the guys, what would have happened throughout that night?
So sorry.
So, if they refuse to record a statement on a minor issue, then I want to go back. Then if some other issue comes up, I will not go back.
Okay.
And those issues keep piling up, and we end up getting what we are seeing in news. There's a lot that is happening which we are not seeing in news. They don't happen, and we always give it to the deaf ear. By the time you know it,
Yes.
it will be all over the news, and you hear the police say, but we've not seen people reporting. And then if you report, by the way, even police response, they have patrol cars, they have the response team, but they never respond unless you provide fuel. So I think I'll get creative for me if you don't provide fuel to police stations.
What will happen? Where you can seek redress in case
Where you have been sending fuel, how do you send it?
Yes, please.
Where you have been sending fuel.
No, they always need money. Give them money and then they come. That's why I'm
How
saying.
do you send it?
They give them cash. Give them money and then they tell you have fuel when you come. Now that's why people fear it.
You've had that experience?
Not once.
Yourself?
Not once.
Not once, not twice.
Not once.
All right.
Now, please, I have to go.
Okay, please.
Now, away from that, you asked why the people are not reporting.
Yes.
The major reason is that, and then lack of trust.
Okay.
Now, the second thing, I think now we'll tackle the social insecurity we are seeing. I think security goes beyond the police. Security goes back to the social economic well-being, the politics of the day, and then the institution of the security institutions themselves. We all know that the street kids around. There is a story that some years back, there was a young man who I think he's, I can probably describe him as a serial killer. He had killed, I think, 6 girls. He was around Kampala, I remember but he must be knowing that story. He would a girlfriend, kill her, and then burn the body. They would burn the face. And then so when that, he confessed and said he was a former. So twin killing was okay. So this brings me the question of street kids. We have, I think, I don't know the exact number, say 1,000. If there are 1,000 street kids in there, below 10, does security fall up where they go after they turn 11? After they turn 18, where do they go?
Where do they
Because every other day, we see new kids, and others have gone up. Where do they go? And these people don't always care to know where they go. Now, those people, first of all, they have grown up in an environment where crime is okay, crime is the order of the day. Now, where do they go after that?
Okay. Right.
That's the socio-economic situation we are living in. Now,
no one follows
no
through.
one follows where they go.
Okay.
Now, there are these people we have always seen around gardens. You know, I think it was yesterday or the other day, the Daily Monitor did a story about Bara Independence Park. Now, Bara Independence Park is a place. It's a good area in town. People usually meet there, but also some gangs also meet there to discuss. Now, this is why people go there to see it. It's an employment. You find he has nothing to eat, had nothing to spend that day, so he spends the day there. Now, have they taken out some of these issues? Come way back from the economic status of a person.
Right.
A rich person can never steal. But so, a rich, I mean this normal stealing. I don't mean the no. They're stealing on a large scale.
That
They just stealing.
That might be a dangerous statement that you have put out there.
I don't mean these people. These ones they don't steal. They loot. I mean not looting. These boys you see who snatch bags.
Yes.
On northern bypass.
It's because of
most of them they're looking for survival.
Unemployment
And if you try to follow up, they're former street kids. Or there's someone who has been in Ghana, has lost a job, has been on for 4 years with no job.
So they are fighting for survival. Okay.
So one of the major causes of insecurity. With unemployment, you can never have security.
Okay.
You can have the enemy around, but you can never have security. Now there is also, you see, this government. Do you remember the Chiboko Squad during this time? Now, government also survives on gangs. They form gang proxies, they form gangs as proxies, and then it forms selective security. You see, governments operate in a very funny way. They can decide to create an insecurity situation in an area when they have something they want to use. Actually, I'm not so sure, but I'm suspecting this Kasese thing was about stopping campaigns, but I think it never worked somehow. I'm not so sure.
You're just suspecting, okay.
If you remember the massacre
yes.
in 2000, I think, years, 2021. So, the government also deploys gangs as informal forces, most of the opposition.
Okay.
I think you saw recent when the traders were writing against, they were protesting against harm. Remember? Who beat them was not the police. It was gangs. Where did gangs come from? They are protected by police. So sometimes government hires these gangs as proxies. And then to create selective security. Selective with some area can have a security others doesn't have. Because there's no way a government would be relevant. By the way, insecurity itself somehow makes the government survive and relevant. Okay. There's no way a government would be relevant if there was no insecurity. These police officers wouldn't be relevant if there are no crimes. That's why even I say Satan is the biggest employer.
Satan?
Yes. There's no pastor would be relevant if there was no Satan. Because everyone preaches against Satan. So government and security agencies, their survival is
on crime.
If there's no security, they can't survive.
Yes.
Now, that's why they had these gangs. Sometimes, do you remember the bombing at Kampala, at Parliament Avenue? Bomb exploded in hours. They say, it's so and so, we knew about him. Yeah. If you knew about him, why didn't you neutralize him before he came with a bomb?
Yes.
But you know, these people also made a proclamation that they were the ones.
The very day even making it before, because there was a bombing in the morning, by 10, they knew the day, they knew where the person was coming from, they knew the people was dealing with.
The intelligence spoke.
Now let me tell you.
Quickly. Okay.
Uganda's security agencies are more of they are somehow their playbook is reactive. Security should be basically preventing crime.
Or proactive. In what you're trying to say.
You detect crime and you stop it before it happens. But in Uganda state, you detect crime, let it happen, then you shine. So they create the situation and they rip out of it. So sometimes insecurity is the only way security agencies survive. I'm telling you. If there was no these crimes, they wouldn't be a reason why they recruit every other year the police officers.
Interesting. Wow. You've said several things right there. And I don't know whether any of you wants to say, Afan, did you want to speak into some of this before we...
I don't blame him. Like you were introducing him, you said Muntu wa wansi. And that kind of thinking is expected sometimes from a Muntu wa wansi. But he does have a point on some issues. he talked about, especially about the police. But the security of the nation, I think that is way beyond him. There are a lot of things that happen that these our officers do and prevent in the night, in the dark.
You don't know how much prevention happens.
They have done a lot of prevention that he will never come to understand.
Yes.
But on our side as police, of course, I'll react to that. He does have a point. Seemingly, in the past, and that is something that we are trying to work on making sure that we develop and improve the trust between members of the public and the police. Many of these operations, like the people we come out and arrest, the information is gotten from members of the public. It is not us doing a lot of sci-fi or what that we come out and identify these criminals. It is information we get from members of the public. So I believe it is a 50-50 kind of situation where some members of the public do have a lot of trust in police because they know the challenges. Like he has said, limited funding, we know we are not funded fully on some of these aspects. You find members of the community working with the LCs, buying motorcycles for the LCs, and these LCs work with the police to patrol in the night. So you find members of the community investing in their community to make sure they handle some bottlenecks that are challenging their communities because maybe the police doesn't have enough funding. You find members of the public coming to donate, painting police cells, working on a few aspects because they know some of those challenges and the bureaucracies you go through if you want to paint like a public building, which people are supposed to hire, PDP, whatsoever, and all those things, contracts, there are a lot. So if there is a way a member of a community can come a long way and does the support, we do acknowledge that fact. But of course, it comes back to us that there are some weaknesses that we come out and identify, like the issue. I remember some time back we had an issue of fuel. I would say like last year, where we had, it was public, everyone knew about this. We had an issue of fuel, and most of our cars were actually somehow packed. Rounded. Because the country, as a country, we also had the challenge of fuel, and it came back and started also hurting us, many of us. So we had that challenge. So, but that does not mean you as a police officer, you should start forcing members of the public to give you fuel. There is that challenge. There are limited resources. Use those limited resources to see that you solve that issue. Currently, we don't have that, and we have made a lot of procurements and motor vehicles
new pickups.
Yes,
and
they're being deployed, and most of them
motorcycles,
are full tank, and they are doing the patrols.
Can I say something to that note? I have, in fact, it has to be heightened in the political season. It's understandable. But here is Sam, he's from Boyegere. He says, actually what Afande is talking about is a key. I had a robbery recently, and there was, when we woke up, it looks like we had been given caliform. It's a long one. And he says, when I woke up, I went to report to police. And my employment asked for, I think it was an incident report, and they asked me for 500,000 shillings. I got confused. I was moving around. Even the paper to write on was not stapled. We had the thread. I had to pay for those papers. It was really frustrating. And he says, in case we come up across this, how then do I address these challenges?
Well, I can't confirm whether it happened, but it's very
this is his experience. I can forward it to you.
Because you can't get someone who slept through the night, woke up robbed, probably has a health issue, and you as a police officer, you ask money from that person. It is very unprofessional. And that's why we come up. We have always put a safeguard in making sure that members of the public are informed that it is their right to receive these services. It is their right. They are paid through
bond
taxes.
Is for free. When
we even put posters Actually, it is members of the public sometimes.
Stays on the board.
It's sometimes that push these officers because recently I was in a community meeting, and people were confessing that actually some of the thugs that the local leaders identified were saying that they have something, what they call it, a CD. And that CD, you know the CD they put in a DVD.
In a DVD, yes.
When you get that thing, they were saying that, and you burn it, there's a way to make someone unconscious. Those were the criteria they were making. And when we do operation and arrest those suspects, the same members of the community will come out and say, this is someone's child. And that someone's mother who has a child who's a suspect will come to police and start forcing, I'm willing to compensate this person who was robbed to have my child done what? Taken out. Now, if police resists and goes on with the case file and takes the case file to courts of law, and this person is compensated, the victim will lose interest. Because at the end of the day, I was not hurt, I was just robbed. You will lose interest in the matter because they have been compensated. So we have a lot of challenges that members of the public who are victims at the same time are the ones giving these bribes and forcing them to either police or the victims who have been affected. So we have that challenge. I do accept that challenge with our police officers. Some of them are arrogant. We work on that through continuous training. We work on that through investigating the complaints that come within through the professional standards unit.
In case somebody experiences this, where do they report to?
We have at the regions and at the divisions spread out through Kampala Metropolitan. We have officers from the professional standards unit, PSU, and we have their headquarters here in Bukoto as you go to Naguru. It is there, they listen and they investigate many of those cases. And trust me, some of them are a bit biased, but most of them actually true. So we shall investigate it, and there are confirmation that this person actually received money on mobile money.
You have the evidence.
Or some we have even laid traps and they have received the money as officers. So we have arrested them. So whenever a complaint is made, we promise and we have always delivered because that department is that unit is there to do that, and it is very well facilitated to do that.
All right, thank you very much. But I think that you should popularize those numbers.
But people should stop giving bribes because posters are everywhere. But people these days don't have shame.
Bond is free.
The numbers are also there.
When you talk about ground, it is another story.
When there is a bond is free, there is a number to call.
It's a number to call. Okay. People never call that.
People never call. Some call.
So ignorance.
Actually, some call.
Okay.
But there are those who actually prefer to give the bribe so that
like they can come and say,
where you saying,
you come out. Yes. I know you had started the conversation. Thank you very much, Afanda. For you, I think our role, the role of residents in security, I think you can highlight that a little while. But you had started a conversation, Charles, around these criminal gangs and politics, the connection and the relationship between these two. Could you just add your voice to that?
Let me first make a comment on gangs and police. During the time of Kare Kaihura, as the Inspector General of Police, a friend of mine, I'm the one who called him to give him some money from Mukono, and was supposed to meet in the Banda. Because in the Banda I was assisting Honorable Jack Savit, doing some work for him, but it involved printing. So we came to print, to save and print in town.
Yes.
To save actually on a CD. So I asked him to proceed to town. We are going to do it at Greenland, at Imperial Hotels. There is a secretarial bureau there. But then we are buying CDs in town. So I asked him to still find me now in town, downtown. So he came, I called him, and the phone is not picking. I called again, and there was a lot of noise. So yeah, to me now, so I went, and that was behind Greenland Bank. So they had him there, and they were collecting tires to ban him. Fortunately, they hadn't beaten him. So when I came, I said, hey, I tell now when we get them. That was the welcoming statement. I still remember it. So I said, what is the issue? Abi sente za free, abi sente za mobile money. But I say somebody he knew left there. That was a complicated story, and I got angry with him. I said, you man, you haven't even spent 3 minutes, and you've succeeded in stealing. So I told them, okay, if you beat him, I will still have to incur his medical bills. So why don't I pay the Tibireka? And they agreed. So I told them I was going to give them down payment of 400 and then bring 400 the next day. They accepted. But to trap them, to leave evidence, I asked someone to deposit for me mobile money, which he did. So I transferred by mobile money from my number to their number. Now this guy was annoyed that one, they had called him a thief, and two, they had taken money in his name, when actually I had called him to give him money to feed his home. So he went and reported to police near Pioneer Mall below. There was this police booth. So he reported, and the next day he said, no, don't give them more money. Police should get involved and investigate. There is a way they played around my mind using this. They again called, and it appeared like as if indeed his number was there, and it was. So the guy says, my phone has not called anybody. It's only my children, and it's my wife, and you. So but the police went and arrested them. There was a very revolutionary young man there. He went and arrested these guys. So the entire mob, where they have those books, they sell books there below. The entire group came, and they wanted even to pick their people by force. But so we reached an understanding. The understanding was that we get a printout, and if we confirm that indeed his number was in the other number, I pay the balance. If it's the other way around, they pay back my money. And I paid an extra 150,000 shillings to get the printout. So we came for the results the next day, and indeed it was false. He hadn't called, he was innocent. So these guys overpowered the police and took their people. So we took the matter to now CPS, and I recorded the statement. The other money which I had paid, and I think, because they brought it back, it now became the exhibit. So it's with the police, and I'm given the reference number. So I tell this guy, now let me follow where it's going to end. But at police, they told us this gang belongs to the director of police, and is commanded by the local, the LC1. But it belongs to the director. So how do they operate? They will see you and they will tell you, or to be. They start beating you because they have discovered you have money, or they have already, you know someone who has money to call and rescue you, and then they pick your money. So up to date, it's still. I rescued the money from the gang, but the police has my 400,000 shillings as exhibit. Since the time of Karikaihura, please, and I'm not asking for it, neither am I asking for interest. I'm a victim that far.
Wow, sad.
I paid 400,000 shillings to study.
That was the school fees.
So well, I would understand. Students. I would understand. So they entered Chivazo's home, Peter Chivazo, with a panga, picked the daughter from the daughter's bedroom, brought him in his bedroom. They had broken through, and when he saw the daughter, he surrendered. So they scratched his neck with a panga and took whatever they took. The wife escorted them. They even took the car and the keys of all the cars and the phones. And they said, Madam, thank you very much for cooperating, but next time, please cooperate. For at least you should always behave like the way you behaved. Everything will be okay. So you will pick your car and your police, no, your car and keys from all the Kampala police. Chivazo came for the talk show late, a few minutes late, and told me the story. I said, no, they have told you where all the Kampala, we'll get the car from there. And indeed we went there, we got the car from there, the panga and the keys, they were there. So I told him, but of course a settlement was made. And eventually he got even the other cards, the bank cards, everything was brought. He relaxed, you'll get your things. And he relaxed and he got his things. I wouldn't even encourage him to follow up. So gangs, it's true, gangs. I hear there are buildings now here in town that are secured by gangs. So most of those businessmen who own those buildings have gangs. There is was it at Cafe Javas? Where a gang belonging to these guys who are working on those Nyara and etc. arrested someone with cameras. And I'm sure, because these guys have letters of the president, you can't do much about them, except to build a counter gang and beat them, which will be at another level. So now let me go to...
That is violence.
Because I tell you,
I speaking to that.
Yes?
Yes. Right.
Yes, CPS, no, sorry, City Council Mall. Yes, the other day, didn't you see how a gang related to harm attacking
the mayor and all?
The mayor, you saw it. You saw it.
So what? Yes. So I found that you will speak into.
Please, yes. Don't inconvenience our visitor. Don't inconvenience our guest. You go and do what now to the likes of harm and they run gangs. What I don't, I've been condemning the gangs of Chaguran. It's not that I'm not blind to the other gangs owned by the NRM people and some business people related to NRM, the genius of this world, the Chitata. Ibrahim had the Boda 2010 gang. Now, reporting to police, yes, it's a good idea, but how would I give to police information relating to the murder of Joan Kagezi? How would I give it to flying squad? Because now eventually, Joan Kagezi, whom you say was killed by ADF, etc., eventually now you are trying Agasirwi.
Your very own.
Flying squad. Yes. The police was going to execute me at Nakawa.
You also survived?
Yes. I was from Chireka, traffic lights of Spear Motors. And I see a 99 going the other side. I always monitor them. Those are cars that will always pick my attention. And they were banging on the cabin, informing him I've passed. So I parked in the flyover and called Mkundi, then brigadier. So they're going to execute me, and the vehicle came, found me relaxed, talking to Mkundi. I'm the one who ordered the soldiers to close the safe, because the commander got confused. The glasses were down. And when Tumkona started quarreling with him, he said, no, but they have told us a different story. So I called the special branch. He said, yeah, that car, it's supposed to be on Masaka Road. I called the Magara. Magara said, hey, you mean it was you? And I was an officer. Hey, you mean the car was yours? Then I called Banjirana, and Banjirana apologized. Now, so I survived that. Then later they chased my wife up to the compound. Tell your husband to leave us. Because because they were told this popular network, intelligence network that we are doing, we are the ones who were reporting them on corruption, etc. And I raised it with General Katumba when we were in the training. And he said, oh, I will follow up that. You will not follow it up until even tomorrow. So,
yes.
So I've had my own experiences with the criminality there. But let's look at, and I will be very, very brief.
Yes, because we need to, we're wrapping it this time.
The law relating to gathering of evidence is too expensive.
Okay.
If you have been following the Mole Katanga case, you notice that gathering evidence to make a case is extremely, very, very, very expensive. So you really need more than adequate funding, more than adequate funding to the CID and ETC. It's very, very expensive. The organized crime relating to Panga squads, relating to Utaimbwa, relating to gun violence. I'm talking about that organized, the way it was being done, the mapping, because we need time for me to analyze for you the Mukono, the way they pick these roads, and Chana Mukaka. You follow the Chana Mukaka? In Chana Mukaka, even people had begun leaving homes.
Right, because of
going into camps, and then later on this one of Okasese, which covered more than 5 districts. I've told you this goes beyond police. It's extra demanded. It's extra police, not joint. I don't think joint intelligence. No, because they are also members of joint intelligence committee. But the JAT, Joint Anti-Terrorism Task Force. Now when it's the Panga, I don't know that it falls within Joint Anti-Terrorism Task Force, but by the time you have such a unit attacking 5 districts and attacking installations, same time in a coordinated manner, then it means it was a massive intelligence failure. It should have been the job of intelligence. For those that are political, for those that are what you call hybrid, asymmetric warfare, because it's extremely very expensive to build an asset who will operate a Panga, whatever it will be. He blends in the population because it takes time for that, and then coordinate him with the others, and then you have a command, you have intelligence, you have, by the way, even these people you arrest who are selling items, that could be the target, that they sell to them.
And they get arrested.
No,
you arrest those people.
They want you to arrest
such a person.
Okay.
Yes, if I'm a commander and I want you to disrupt your own business, because there is politics, I mean, there will be publicity when you are in town arresting a businessman, which indeed was. So it now, their operation now, its impact far exceeds Chengera. So we will sacrifice 1 or 2 and inform you. You go and arrest them. Then they leave a trail that goes to business people, and it goes to, and then you come and carry out operations. So you are furthering you are furthering the impact. You are expanding the impact. You are exploding the impact. So it could even be the intention of the Panga guy to lead to the arrest of a businessman and the arrest of others. In some cases, it could also be that there is a message you want to give to a person who is in prison. Yeah, you do a Panga, there is an arrest, and then it goes through the normal system. Here. Then it goes to there, and the guy is in prison, he delivers a message, and it's done. Come again? So that's now where it becomes the function of intelligence.
Okay.
I have this girl who has been arrested severally with Chagurani.
She's something serious or something.
The one was arrested in Kawempe again. Kanyanya prison. I think Kanyanya, she was forgetting the name. Yes.
That one, I give her bread. You give her bread and milk, go home. Until she begs to be arrested. Because you see, you've to read the mind. If you have not been mentally broken, you can't be in prison for 5 years, you're pardoned up to the level of the head of state, then you can't come back, you do the same thing again 3 times, So who is deploying? Who is? What is the mathematics,
Charles,
the calculation?
we have 5 minutes. We need to hear from Afande, who will have the last word on the show. And I think that on that note, Charles, let me just hold you there and have Afande. Our role as citizens in this whole security matter, but also speak into the role of police during this election period, because people are, they see, it looks like it is, you choose what to do when and where, you know. But yes, the competent one is that for us as residents, what's our role in security, or in fact working with police, but also in our own security, and then we can get into you'll have the last word on the election and police.
It is just basically very easy to explain. The police is there to serve members of the public.
Okay.
Like Charles has put it, receiving all this information about crimes is something that is very expensive. If a crime is going to happen,
yes,
how do you control it? Receiving that information is something that is very, very expensive. But if we have volunteers in the community, members of the public that come out and volunteer this information to us, maybe this is my son that is planning this. We have parents actually who give us information, maybe a relative, a workmate, maybe you are moving around at a workplace and you had whispers like this and you give us this information. That is what members of the public play,
yes,
in making sure that the security in the areas where they stay is guaranteed, giving us this information, and it is our job to act on that information.
Yes.
First, verifying whether it is correct, and also responding, not just a matter of responding, and we spoil the whole idea.
Yeah.
There are other avenues where you can verify that information,
yes,
and that is what we expect them to do. And also report with the accountability purposes. Members of the public need to put the police that serve them, need to make it accountable.
Yes.
Yes. If something is going wrong and they know it is wrong, they should come out and talk about it. So I believe that is what they are supposed to be playing, making sure that they play their part in securing themselves, working alongside the police.
Yes.
You don't just go into your home and leave the door open because you're
you
next
know
to the
yourself.
police station. So there are some things you're supposed to do.
Yes.
The government also comes in, making sure that some services are available for members of the public. The issue of poverty, police can't do anything about it.
That.
Yes, we know it is actually one of the major causes of crime. They actually could be like #1 major causes of crime, because most of the suspects we do arrest, the motivation is just monetary gains. So they are actually poor, maybe they don't have it, or it has become a habit. It is also there. Some people will become rich, but they will still do such weird activities and benefit from them. So
Afande, I'm sorry to cut you off.
About politics, that we are in a political season. I want to also pass this around. We are doing some recruitment of special police constables who are going to act as polling constables all over the country. We need 100,000 of them.
That's
and we are a bit, the number is still a bit
employment
low.
opportunities.
People should come out and participate in this kind of activity.
Yes.
Safeguarding the vote, and also controlling members of the public.
Yes.
And also informing them when they come on the D-Day of voting.
Yes.
And wherever voting will be after the D-Day.
Right.
So it is a contract for 3 months, and we are hopeful that members of the public will come through. Others is to make sure that we protect voters, we protect areas where people are going to be voting from. There should not be any intimidation of any person who wants to participate in a voting activity. And we are also making sure that candidates are well protected while they move around looking for votes.
A big thank you, our dear panelists. That is Mr. Innocent Nahabwe, Afande Luke Owesijire, and Mr. Charles from Mushana. We shall have that off air. But scripture of the day is Proverbs chapter 3 from verse 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. Thank you very much for being a part of the conversation, and also a big thank you to the panelists on the show. Father, we thank you for our country. You are the God who keeps us safe. You are the one who ensures that we are protected in our different spheres. And even as we go to our different locations and residences, may your protection be with us on the roads, in the air, in the seas, or in the lake. Thank you, Lord. We pray for your protection and your safety. We thank you for it in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. A big thank you to the technical team and to all the viewers who are part of this. May God bless you and have a wonderful night. Stay on for more beautiful programming. God bless you.
The truth, the lies, and politics. Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics